Hello everyone, this is Alex Gomez, and on today's video we're going to be sculpting a concept from Eva Balloon or Curious Introvert. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out any time that I post a video. So this is a drawing your style challenge. I love definitely like working on these drawing your style challenges. I think they're very important because first, you don't stick with just one style. You can grab different styles of different artists and kind of like apply their shapes and forms into your own work, and that will help you develop your own style so you don't stick doing sculpting the same face over and over and over and over. So this, it will give you a little bit of a variety between your own style and coming from another styles. Also, it's a really good exercise and a really good portfolio build-up, because that is going to show your portfolio. If you're applying to a job and people are hiring, it's going to show that you actually can sculpt different styles, that you're not stick with just one style. So that's why I find important to do these challenges as well. So in this case, I started my sculpting, and even though the concept didn't have any like a torso, I decided to do a torso because I don't do too many female torsos, so I might as well practice a little bit. So I kind of like took this as a practice. So this is like my weekly practice. Every sculpt that I do and every video that I record is just I'm practicing my sculpting and trying to get better as an artist. And along the way, if you guys can learn one thing or two from these videos, why not? Even better. So in the face, I just kind of like start marking the landmarks without getting into too many details. And if you see, like in the beginning, it doesn't look good. Always the faces always are gonna look kind of like different and weird and awkward and ugly, and some people are gonna probably try to give up. But the most important thing is that you stick with your work, keep going at it, and you see that at the end your face is gonna look much, the face that you're sculpting, actually your face is gonna look much better. So after watching so many videos like YouTube tutorials, watching Polygon, watching Danny Mac, watching other like digital sculpting artists, I kind of like started doing like different things and implementing different techniques. For example, for the eyes, I used to just make two spheres, and now I just kind of like make the eyes out of the main mesh or the main head, instead of doing like a separate sub tools before. And I think that this kind of like is working better for me. So that's one of the things that you guys have to try, is kind of like try different techniques from other artists and apply it to your own and see what works better for you. In this case, I wasn't sure how to make the eyebrows, and I tried different things, and I went back and forward to different things. So first I kind of like draw a mask, extract, and make like its own separate geometry for the eyebrows, but at the end it didn't work out good, so I ended up painting it. Do some poly paint and painting it. I'm gonna show after. So because I wasn't that happy, I just kind of like move on to do some other stuff and keep working on my proportions. So for the hair, there's something that I really have struggled along the way in my creative process, but I think I'm getting better to it. So I decided first to create the scalp, and then decided to throw some curves to it, but nothing was working. First I decided to throw a curve, and it didn't work, and kind of like I give it a shape, and it was taking too long to get the ideal shape and result. So after that, I just kind of like move on into the face and start doing some poly paint, and also adding some teeth to it. So just this, I do like a really rough poly paint in the beginning, not as much, just kind of like creating some details. I don't like to do my paint in Photoshop, because in Zbrush, because once you have Your paint is kind of like it's not like a constructive way to do, it's kind of like a destructive way, because you can not go back and you will have to paint over. So one of the reasons I like to do it is in substance painting, and one of the reasons is because you work on masks and you work on layers, so it's easier to change your shapes, easy to change your colors. If you want to get back to a color, get different kind of tone scheme. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is the technique that I use. So I just kind of like got a cube, and then I draw the shape, max the shape, extract it, and use the bend curve modifier that you can find when you use your transpose with the gizmo. So you can add the modifier, and you can just blend your bend your curve, or bend your piece of geometry that you're working on. In this case for me is the head. So you're gonna see this technique over and over. I kind of like do the drawing of it, extract it, kind of like delete one, and then go and put it where I want to do, and do the bend curve modifier. And I found it really useful. I found that this tool was so much faster in my workflow to create hair like that, and I'm definitely gonna keep using it now on that I know how it works. I can't believe like it just that's the thing, like don't just watch one channel of one artist and just dedicate yourself to that person, but look for other artists, because you're gonna see that they have different workflows and different approaches to do different techniques. So I'm just really glad that I found this. I think it was Polygon that was doing this technique in, not really for hair, but doing something else. I can't remember right now, but it helped a lot. So as you can see, like for me, the eyebrows didn't work as good, so I ended up painting them after. And in this process, it's just kind of like I keep doing like the same, just the curve, bend curve modifier, which I love to do. It saved me so much time, and also was very easy to use. So definitely love that one. I started adding a little bit more details to the face and the ears. The ears I didn't worry as much. Kind of like I had to do a really proper ear, because I'm not gonna see the whole thing in the final render. So I didn't bother. Like sometimes I just don't do what I'm not gonna see. Sometimes I do it just because of practice, but if I'm not gonna see it in the render, it's fine for me. So in this part, I did like the little bangs that are on top of the head, the same technique that I was using, and I really like it. And for the rose that it goes in the top, I did the same technique. Then I had like a setup of eyelashes that I just did them in Maya, mold them and bring them as a tool, as a subtool, and then I just start duplicating it and just moving them around, and that's how I did the eyelash for this concept. And also just making the ones from down. So what I did, just like I kind of like combine all of them, but I just left one by itself, so I can just duplicate it and rotate it and make the ones from the one below. So I hope you guys keep doing like draw this in your style challenges, and if you like this video, please comment, like. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to watch my other 2 videos, and also visit my store in ArtStation. Okay guys, take care and have an amazing weekend. See ya.